with the dude from Spain, actually, this morning.
And we're live. What's going on? What's going on? We're here. This is the Get Known, Get Paid marketing channel. I'm Odell Bazell, and I have a special guest here with me, the one and only Stanley David Manuel Noriega Jose Rodriguez Pearson Segundo.
So as y'all, it's amazing because Trey's actual name is Stanley David Manuel. I'll never do that. I love it.
That's hilarious. For many who don't know, if you're on this page, Getting On Marketing, you see Odell on marketing, you see all this stuff, Odell on marketing. Stan is actually co-founder of Getting On Marketing. He likes to stay in the bushes a little bit. I don't know if it's because he's a low-key guy or if he just wants me to do all the work. Who knows? But
either way, it's genius. Either way.
But if it wasn't for Stan, Getting On wouldn't be here. So excited to have him. We have a book coming out, Getting On, Get Paid. That'll be out as of this recording in a couple of months. So excited for that. Stan, man, before we jump into it, how you feeling? How you doing, man?
Feeling great, healing, as you know. Many others don't know. I strained my growing recently. So this older growing is different than the younger one. But I am feeling great. Happy to be here in just another day, an opportunity to be great. That's it. How you doing? I just ask you how you feeling.
Man, living the dream. Excited about a lot of things coming up. And really, this YouTube channel is something that I've been kind of procrastinating on for years, literally. So I'm excited to jump into it. I love content all centered around marketing. You know, the phrase that we go by, the phrase that is patent pending, by the way, it's trademark pending. More people need to know you. I'll ask you about that because it actually came from a mastermind that you and I have been in for years. And we were literally just talking. More people need to know you. Tell the people watching, tell the people listening why that simple phrase is a sentence that they should be saying to themselves every single day.
Yeah, on the other side of whatever frustration you have, whether it's your business or personal life or your romantic life, like I'm single, it's more people need to know you. That's it. Like if there's financial struggle and strife, you're looking for a job, more people need to know you. If you need more customers, more people need to know you. And open and ultimately, the phrases kind of came out of frustration. And when I got tired of blaming other people or systems or the good old Pearson network for reasons why I wasn't getting proper opportunities or ones that I felt like were for me, it was because more people needed to know me. And the more people that knew me, the less problems I have. And you'll quickly find that the better you are, the smaller the world becomes.
That's good. That's good. So we're going to jump into it. For those of you that are newer to the channel and you see videos of me talking about public speaking profits, or you might have tuned into the Public Speaking Profits podcast, all that stuff. I shifted from that because through another conversation Stan and I had, I said this, I don't know if you remember, I said, people don't care about public speaking.
You said, but it still took time though. Still, you're like, no, but they should care. And then, like, yeah, they don't care.
They don't care. And what I mean by that is people don't care about the medium as much as they care about the result. So as long as they get people to know them, they don't really care. And so that's why we shifted. I shifted and Stan got on board with Getting Known because that's what you really want. You want people to get to know you. Now, I believe that public speaking is the greatest marketing medium of all time. YouTubers, they're participating in public speaking. We're participating in public speaking right now. And so there are actually what I call 4 different levels of public speaking. There's platform speaking. There is teaching, where I'm actually like teaching something in a smaller environment or a classroom or even online or something of that nature. A lot of YouTube videos fall into the teaching category. And then there is emceeing and then hosting. And so the reason why I have Stan on here is because just man to man, professional to professional, he's the best MC that I've seen. He emceed an event that we did last year, and I had seen him speak before. I'd seen him MC a part of an event, but I'd never seen him MC for 3 days. And I was just like, oh my gosh. it was amazing. And so I want to just share a strategy. Then we're just going to jump into how you can be a better MC and how you can get more people to know you. So if you're watching this and you're listening to this and you want more people to know you, offer to MC an event. And this is very different than offering to speak at an event. When you're speaking at an event, you are like a hired gun, a vendor, an outsider that's coming in. When you MC, it's kind of like if you think of Mario Lopez, who played AC Slater on Saved by the Bell. If you pop on your TV in your hotel room, depending on where Access Hollywood comes on, there's Mario Lopez right there doing his thing. He's not creating any content. He's simply disseminating the content and allowing people to transition to the content of their choice and keeping the energy high. So, Stan, I want to ask you, when you're emceeing, what are some things that people should consider if they implement the strategy where I'm going to MC this event versus hosting the event?
When you're the MC, you are like you're the voice of God, if you will. I know we kind of joke about that with our VOG guy, our virtual voice, if you will. It's like you're the voice of God. And it sounds like an exaggeration, but if you're smart, that's how you'll approach it. Because we hold God to such a high esteem. And if someone is trusting you with your voice and your ability to engage their audience, that's exactly what you must assume. Like all things go through you. You're the voice, you're the energy, you're the tone setter. And when people just understand that, I've defined what it means to MC an event. I've defined it. So I know that, okay, oh, this is high energy day. Person who brought me in or paid me a lot of money, this is high energy day. Okay, cool. So that means I'm doing this. Okay, this afternoon, tomorrow, oh, it's low energy. Okay, not low energy, but more calm. We want to build them. Okay, got it. So those are even things that but can you set a mood with more than music? A lot of people just depend on music. What if music goes out? What do you have then? There's only so much swag surfing you can do at any kind of event. And while I do love that, I think these are all things to consider. So that when the person looks at you and they go, the music isn't working, you don't fall into a panic. You're ready. So those are things when it comes to your initial thoughts of being a powerful, well-rounded MC, or considering those things. And if you hosted something at your house and money was not an object, what experience would you create for the people attending your home? Like those are things that have really helped me.
I want you all to take note. How do you set the mood? How do you change the mood without music? That is an incredible idea for you to think about, because depending on the event that you MC, there might not be a huge soundboard. There might not be an AV team. It might just be you and a microphone. So, Stan, I know you do big time events now and all that stuff, but in those situations where it's just been you and a microphone, what's maybe one thing that people can do to set those moods and give the audience that energy?
So maybe two things, but I'm willing to make someone else in the audience a celebrity. And I do that really, really well. Like I am willing to create a celebrity, an unsuspecting celebrity in the audience. I'm not letting them know this is what's going to happen. Maybe I talk about people's favorite songs. I'm going to go from person to person. It sounds wild because I've done this in the audience of 1,000 people. If I'm able to get off the stage or point to those who are close to the front of the stage, because that's why it's important to be close to the front where the action is. You should assume every place you go is going to be like a Bruno Mars, Beyonce experience, and not sit in the back and then miss an opportunity of a lifetime. Anyway, so I'm prepared to talk about, your favorite song or a song that got you through a hard time. Okay, all right, cool. Man, who knows the words to their favorite song? Who knows the words to their? Oh, I know. I know. Cool. Hey, come on up here for a moment. Come on up here. And no matter what happens, make it magic. No matter what they say, no matter what they sing or how they see it, make the moment magic. And you will be remembered forever. Again, think about like in turning someone else into a celebrity, you will be remembered forever. And that person, for lack of words, will forever be indebted to you for the moment you created for them. And the ultimate magic is because other people wish they were that person. And it brings the level and the energy of the room up.
Man, that's dope. So how can you use emceeing as a way to advertise? Because public speaking is the greatest marketing medium of all time. How do you, and I know you've done it well, so I'm asking the right person. But how do you turn that I'm here on behalf of this company and we're here to make sure you have a good time? Woo! Whatever you do, you're a star. I'm a star. Everybody's a star. Hey, ho, hip hop, whatever it is. How do we turn all of that pomp and circumstance into getting known and paid?
Cool. At least once a day, if you're multiple days, which I've done, or if it's one day you're emceeing, then maybe twice at some point. Hey, I really appreciate you all letting me guide you through this amazing experience. If you have an audience and you would like them to be cared for as much as you feel like you've been cared for today, please, scan this QR code here. Please talk to me before you leave. Make sure you grab one of my stickers, low pressure. Make sure you take a little piece of me home with you so I can be the next MC at your home to create a great experience. Something like that. I'm saying at least twice if it's in a day or a couple times each day, but it's super low pressure because again, it's not my house. I treat it as my house, but I'm always respecting the other person's home. And that would be the person who's paying me unless it's just my event outright. So I'm always respecting their home, but letting folks know because the truth is the better I am, the better they look. So I'm also in that same breath thanking Odell Bazell for allowing me to spend time trusting me with his audience. Like that happens. And isn't Odell a genius for having me here right now? Oh my God. So I'm definitely going to do that because again, as long as it's a great experience, then we're still raising the value of the room.
I love that. And emceeing is something that's unique. Again, we're differentiating between just, public speaking where I'm standing on stage, 7 years ago, or however you start your presentation. Hopefully you don't start it like that because that like 1,000 years ago. But however you start your presentation, however you take your audience through the content or what have you, as good as you are, you could be great. If the same or similar audience is going to be at the event the next time, they're not going to hire you again the next year. However, if you do a good job emceeing, and I don't know, maybe Stan can enlighten me, but if you do a good job emceeing, are they more likely to bring you back?
Yes. And it's funny you're saying that because I'm like, why don't, because I actually, there's one thing that I say that, how great of a speaker I believe me to be. Like it's something I feel like I do better than that. If there was, it would be emceeing, but I really don't market myself as much as an MC. But to answer your question, 1,000,000%, because an MC is all the beauty in what you stated is the same speaker may not get brought back year after year, but an MC is going to be introducing different speakers year after year. Different things pop up. Heck, different songs happen, different changes of schedule, like everything else changes. So that means that who I am can stay the same as long as I'm delivering with the kind of energy they want, because that may shift. One of my best clients, I literally feel like we're family now. We may be going on 9 years working together. I've emceed a 3 day conference for the last 9 years. 9 years. And now they've begun to trust me enough to now begin to ask me about speakers. So as that moves, as that relationship shifts, like I kind of I'm not staff, but they trust me like that. And that's the power of a great MC, because it's all about them. It absolutely has to be. Like, how can I, and two things you're not asking, but I think two things that gets in the way of people MCing is they want it to be all about them.
Mm,
It's not. It literally has nothing to do with you. You have to be willing to bring people in just enough to get their attention, to sprinkle shine over everybody else. And the other piece is folks get the mic and, to fall into the vanity matrix, and they think introducing someone is a chance for them to showcase themselves again. And where I have really been able to excel is I have been able to compartmentalize that. Like, I want to bring every person up like the rock star that they are, and everyone can't do that. Everyone doesn't do that. And that's whether they're being an MC for comedy shows, because I've ran into some horrible MCs, good comedians, horrible MCs, who are comedians and speakers and the like.
man. So notice that you got to let go of your ego a little bit. You have to be willing to get up in front of people. What are some MC don't do's, or what are some things you already mentioned? One where it's like if you're introducing, let's say, the president of an organization, you're introducing the keynote speaker, you're introducing whatever, don't use it as an opportunity to showcase you. That's one, like, don't do that. What's something else that an MC should not do?
You should not assume that every audience is the same. And every joke, if you have them, is not going to work for every audience. And so those personal agendas that you have no place on stage that someone is paying you for, that you're emceeing. Period. That's a non-negotiable if you want to stay in this thing. That I've seen, like, not knowing your audience allowed, let's say, an MC to get on stage that the audience was probably 70% community college students. And for him to say, whew, glad I ain't, at least I ain't go to community college with XYZ ABC. And because did not know that the audience was 70%. And then, but I went to community college. You're done. You're toast. It's over for you. You're not coming back like that. But it's not knowing your audience, not knowing what's appropriate. Like those are the don'ts. There's just some language and some things that are just completely inappropriate. And though you're the middle of the road. You're the middle of the road, good vibe. That's what you are. As an MC, you're not typically controversial unless you're paid to be controversial. And if you are in your transition from one person to the next or one event to the next, I suggest you be really, really good, like at the craft. So if we're talking about those who may host the Oscars or the Emmys or something, like, well, the professional comedians that they may have from time to time, they could even use some work in how they transition. But unless you're a pro, stay away from controversy. Stay away. Stay
That's
away.
good. Stay away from it. Stay away from it. Before we get you out of here, I want to. I guess this is more of a personal ask. If somebody like me, like me,
Yep.
when I get on stage, I'm a good speaker. Like, if somebody's looking at this and they're a good comedian, they're a good hypnotist, magician, whatever. I believe they can use their skill set
Yep.
to MC. How would you position that from we talk about getting known, but getting paid standpoint? Because if I'm MCing, let's say maybe I'm MCing a day and I'm only, there for 3-4 hours, would I charge the same? Like, talk to us about that a little bit before we get out of here.
MCing takes a lot more work. It takes a lot. Even if you don't feel like you're on stage for an hour straight, you're always on. So even if I'm emceeing for 3 hours or let's say a day, I don't leave. If I leave the room, it's maybe for 10 minutes. If I got to run in my room, but I just count on being in the room. There've been several times where this keynote presentation was supposed to go an hour, but that person only had 20 minutes worth of material. Guess who's filling in the next 45? What happens when, and I've seen this for other events where they're running around trying to find the MC. It's not your job just to introduce a person and go chill. If you want to be a great MC, then you are on the whole time. And if you understand that moving forward, you'll be in great shape. So like I think there's a different, what's the word I'm looking for when you're in good shape?
Endurance.
Yeah, there's an endurance to being a great MC. And can you state the question one more time? I got away from it a little bit. I'm sorry.
Well, no, just as far as your pay structure. Because if I'm, coming in and charging for an hour, etc.
Go ahead. I think it's your day fee. And then as I tell people, you can always come down. You can never go up. And that's where you want to start because it does take more energy. And someone who knows that, you can let them know that. But it could be, if you're emceeing an event, it is fair for it to be more than whatever your speaking fee would be. It's completely fair. It's completely fair. And also, though, just like you would with the talk and your learning outcomes, map out what you're going to do for them as the MC. Like that also helps. And again, you can always come down. You can never go up, but you should be paid for it. And you're not asking this, but hey, folks, if you have an event that people are paying to be at, even if it's free, but you're pitching something, hire a professional, hire a pro to MC the event for you, period. Because also it elevates how you're seen. And a DJ is not a DJ is a DJ. A hype person is a hype person. An MC for an event is a whole different animal when done correctly. And it also, again, it elevates who you are. So keep that in mind for those of y'all who have live events. A pro, not a famous person. That's just a famous person, not an actor. They're just an actor, but a professional.
Professional. Think about it. Steve Harvey. People think, oh, Steve Harvey's famous because he was a comedian. That's how he started. But Showtime at the Apollo, Family Feud. Think about that. Nick Cannon. Think about that. Sinbad. Think about that.
Ryan Seacrest.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Ryan Seacrest, Carson Daly, like a lot of people who were like, "Oh my gosh, this person is amazing!" Like, what did they really do? Well, they emceed, and in some frame they hosted or whatnot. And so, in the next rendition of this, when we come back, we're going to be talking about platform speaking and teaching. So excited for that, ladies and gentlemen, of Stan Pearson II. But you heard it here first on Get Known and Get Paid. I'm Odell. We'll see you next time.